All right, motherfuckers. My name is Wolfgang Carstens, and welcome to the Astro 2000 reading series. Today, I'm holding a copy of The Accidental Navigator by one of my all-time favorite poets, Mr. Henry Denander. I'd love to read a few poems for you today. Nursing. When I came back from the hospital, I wanted to tell my son about what they had done to me. I'd suffered from a really painful kidney stone, and I'd rushed to the hospital to get it removed. I told him there'd been one doctor and two nurses present, and I was about to tell how they performed the operation. By inserting a long instrument through my very private parts, they had removed the stone from my bladder. I told my 10-year-old son the nurses had started by cleaning my weenie. William interrupted me. "Did there really need to be two nurses to do that?" he said. It was a good question. Life and death in the bowling alley. I hadn't bowled for at least 20 years, but I used to be really good. And my wife and son talked me into trying it again, and after my first 3 strikes I got carried away. And I made a mistake, and one finger got so badly twisted I couldn't finish the game. Now, 3 weeks later, my index finger is still swollen and blue and hurting, and I had to get it x-rayed to see if it was broken. While I was waiting at the hospital, I realized this was the price I had to pay for trying to beat the shit out of my 7-year-old son and his mother on her birthday. Oh, Jesus. Ginkis and the Razor. Ginkis commented on my long beard when I entered his grocery store. I said it had grown too long to shave, and I needed to go to the barber to have it cut. But he said he had a razor that would work, and showed me the Bic Metal Plus T7. After I'd paid for everything, he told me that every time he slaughters a pig, he shaves it with one of these razors. It's the only one that works. We both laughed, and I could hear him laughing even after I'd left the store. In the evening, when we walked by, I was clean shaven and we were heading down to the port for dinner. "You look nice," Ginkis said when we passed. I was flattered. Henry's View. Henry Miller passed the island of Poros on his way to Hydra in 1939, and from the boat he could see straight into the houses of the Greek families. Over the years, I've always looked at the port of Poros from the ferry boat, trying to catch this view, and today, coming really close to land, I suddenly saw the 3-story house with the big balcony doors, and at the far end of the big room I saw an old woman on a chair looking out at the ship. Here it was at last, the view from the Colossus Amorusu, the boat sailing through the streets of Poros, the old woman, the big room, and it could be the same woman now, 64 years older. Maybe she was looking for Henry the same way I was looking for her. And finally, 7 a.m. at the Zeus Hotel. Because of a long swim in the sun yesterday and a 3-hour-long siesta in the afternoon, I woke up before 7 a.m. this morning. I sneak out of the hotel and take a table at the front of the hotel, overlooking the beach. No one else is around, no guests, only Paris and his dog Astro. Paris gets me a cup of coffee, and Astro leans her head on my leg. The small city of Tolo starts to wake up. There are deliveries of water, fish, fruit, and vegetables. Some early swimmers are heading down to the beach. After a while, Paris gives me an omelet and some bread. I have my notebook and the book on Mycene. I drink coffee, pat the dog, and write some stuff in my notebook. Stuff like this. The Accidental Navigator is available now from Lummox Press. You should pick yourself up a copy and find out why Mr. Denander remains one of my favorites. Thank you.